female circumcision, usually because it gives the idea that it's equivalent to male circumcision, which no matter how you feel about male circumcision, I'm sure you have strong opinions, since most of you are male, it's not the same. It would be equivalent of chopping off the entire head of your penis. Female genital mutilation usually involves quite severe surgery that's done with no sterilization, usually on kitchen tables, and it involves, most often I think, is cutting off all external female organs, sex organs. So it's quite honestly a really horrible thing. And if you haven't read Ayaan Hirsi Ali's book Infidel, I'd highly recommend you check it out. She was raised Muslim and in Somalia, and she describes what it's like to go through FGM. She says, in Somalia, where virtually every girl is excised, the practice is always justified in the name of Islam. Uncircumcised girls will be possessed by devils, fall into vice and perdition, and become whores. Imams never discourage this practice. It keeps girls pure. There's a path.org. PATH is a group focused on global health, usually in areas of great poverty. They did a survey to find out why people practice FGM, and the answers ranged: good tradition, religious requirement, cleanliness, preservation of virginity, better marriage prospects, enhancement of male sexual pleasure, and prevention of promiscuity and adultery. And with the exception of that last one, they're all complete pseudoscience. It does not make a girl more clean. In fact, studies show that it may, there was a recent study last year, not proven yet, but it might increase your chances of getting HIV, mostly because of the vast amount of blood involved. A lot of girls die from blood loss on the kitchen tables because it's not done in a proper hospital. It can also lead to sterility or just intense pain during sex, which is why I mentioned that the prevention of promiscuity, that one, okay, that might actually be true, because when your vagina is nearly sewn shut and the first person to have sex with you has to cut it open with a knife, chances are you're not going to be running around asking more men to have sex. So this, I think, is a very good example of pseudoscience that skeptics would do well to pay attention to and combat. It happens all across the world, usually in small towns, in the countrysides, and of course in heavily Muslim areas, although it's not just a religious thing, it's usually more of a cultural thing. And it's not just in third world countries. 6,500 girls a year here in the UK are considered at risk of FGM because of the huge amount of immigrants in the area. In the United States, FGM has been outlawed, but there's no money given to the policing of it. So people aren't caught, girls are continuing to be mutilated, and all of the work that's done to protect these girls, to get them out of these situations, is being done by grassroots organizations, grassroots feminist organizations. But wouldn't it be great if those feminist organizations had the support of the skeptical and the atheist community to help them out in that regard? At the end of this talk, I'll have a list of sites and things you can check out if you do want to help out, and I highly recommend you.